Morning, morning, morning.
Good
Hey,
morning.
good
Good
morning.
morning, beautiful faces. How y'all feeling?
Fantastic.
Fantabulous.
As you should.
If you don't know, today's topic is everybody is not your friend. Everybody's not your friend.
I will come in on that day, right?
Yep.
Period, Mama Nista.
It's what's
Period.
called divine timing.
These past few weeks has been divine timing. I promise you.
It really has. Like, really has.
Yep. So, are you a good friend? And what are the traits of a good friend? Everybody is not your friend. I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off with this little intro. Welcome to 31 Voices, everybody. I'm your host, Diamond. We have Tamika, we have Miss Harris Smiles, Joker the Gemini, everything bling bling, and Jay to the mother Donna. Today we're gonna get real about something. Many of us had to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't your friend. And that's what it is. So I'm gonna kick it off with the first question, and I know Mika's time is limited. Hey, let's go. Thank you for the big shout out. Um, what does it mean to be a good friend? That's the first question. What does it mean to be a good friend? And mine's going to be a really short answer. Well, not really short, but for me, is being a good friend means showing up with honesty, empathy, and consistency. It's not just about being present during the celebration, but also through the struggles. A good friend listens without judgment, supports your growth, and respects your boundaries. It's about being dependable even when it's inconvenient. That's my definition.
So, may I start?
Yes.
My definition is of a good friend is someone who does not remain silent
Free.
um, whenever anything negative is being said about you. My definition is someone who refuses to allow anyone to speak ill of your name in their presence, and defends your character when you're not around. And that's my whole thing. It's not what you do in my face, it's what you do when I'm not around. That tells me a lot about who you are as a person and as a friend for me, and it's just like if you staying quiet just to go along with the flow and keep peace around you, to me, that's not really being a friend because no one can come to me and say anything about anyone on here or say anything about anyone on here in my presence and it be okay and me not put them in check or say, hey, we're not doing that. You can keep your comments to yourself, that type of thing. So,
I think the first word that comes up for me, because you guys said a lot of great words. When it comes to a friend, I think the presence in that space. I know sometimes we have our own lives. I think it's important that we know what our friend needs in that season that they're in. And I think that's very important because of a lot of us, we go through these seasons, and some of us are very quiet with those seasons, very quiet. But I think when we seek understanding and acceptance, you learn how to be there, whether it's quiet or not. That's my biggest space. I always tell people, be present first. You may not know everything about what's needed in that moment, but be present anyway. Sorry, don't judge me. I sound like a whole man because my voice decided to get on my nerves.
You good.
Well, happy Father's Day.
I'm Happy Father's Day. I'm not about to play with you, Joker, at all.
So you're going down in a row like that?
It doesn't matter. There's no particular order. I mean, it just
March.
happens to be on its way that way.
I'm, I think I'm in a quiet season. So this is an amazing topic that you brought up because the season that I'm in right now, I didn't before I didn't choose it. It just fell upon my spirit. Just as quiet. If I ain't got nothing to talk about, like I'm always talking. And I recently found myself. You know how I'll break off and get myself together? It was just me reflecting from my birthday, reflecting on and refreshing myself. Like, where am I going? And some of the people didn't realize that I am entitled to do that, and I was cut off.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I'm about to cry.
Oh,
you
don't
you
cry.
okay? You okay?
Mm.
You okay?
So what is a friend? Seasons, levels, um, experiences, growth, maturity. That's I think it's different circles for different friends.
Mm-hmm.
So when we say bad mouth at somebody, um, that's 100% not allowed. For me, couldn't nobody come and talk shit about somebody. I mean, stuff about somebody in front of me. So that's 100% loyalty in me. That's my DNA. But I believe respect, boundaries, and you gotta know your friend. You gotta know your friend. You gotta know who they are and their characteristics. So for me, when I take breaks, you see how I come in and we all ain't nothing changed.
Right.
That's how it should be. So y'all family and y'all friends, and I appreciate that. And the moment people don't realize that I can take a break because I'm grown and I need to get my shit together, and you just don't understand that, you was never my friend.
Period. Period. Drop the mic right there. Period.
It sounds like a them problem to me.
Right.
Well, I feel like I definitely have grown and I've come a very long way. So I can say that I definitely understand my value and I understand that whoever I collab with or bring into my world or bring into my circle is a gift. And I understand that, like, learning more about them understanding more about me, I love it. I love the process of, like, okay, are you gonna be good to me? Are you gonna be a good friend? Like, actually listening. Like, I love listening. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm listening, I'm understanding, I'm learning something new about you, friend. You good. Like, me and my bestie, we've been locked in. Ain't no switching up. I'm like, best friend, we gonna get rich. Best friend, we taking planes. Best friend, we going on vacay. Like, I like having that type of energy around me and surrounded by me because it's a beautiful support system. It's a beautiful feeling. And on top of that, it makes me feel like there's nothing I can't do. Like, I feel like almost like a superhero when I have my sisters and I have my friends and I have that good sisterhood. So for me, I definitely understand that, like, not everybody is different and don't want the best for me. Neither wishes the best for me. But all I know is that I'm like, I'm gonna give you a chance until you try me. But until then, do it. So that's the time.
Well, everything while J2 is calling, getting her turning her mic on. I just want to know when you and your bestie ready to travel. Let me know so I could be your agent. Well, shameless plug, but thank you.
Plug. Thank you. I will do. Will do.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's real simple. A good friend is someone that I could depend on, and they can depend on me. Um, just being able to understand each other's emotions, um, understanding each other's whys and hows, and just I don't know, because I have some good friends that I know since like kindergarten. I got friends from elementary, middle school, and then we got college. We got people I work with. But the ones that I could say that are my good friends are the ones that understand me, and who are there for me, and I am there for them no matter what.
Hmm.
And I think we gotta realize that time. I'm gonna say this: when it comes to relationships and friendships, and I'm talking about our relationships, it has nothing to do with how long you've been friends with that person either. Because let's talk about that part too. Because at the end of the day, when we put a timestamp on a friendship, we think it's going to last forever. And me personally, I was just cut off with a 20-year friendship not too long ago in a space I didn't understand. But the lack of communication in relationships is what hurts friendships and romantic ships and any relationship thereafter. I think that's I didn't hear anyone speak on communication. It's very, very important. And what I mean by that is
Hey, yo,
if
yo.
a friend is feeling a certain way or whatever the case may be, I pray that at some point he or she has the boldness to actually have a conversation with you without you having to try to put the pieces together.
Yeah.
I think that's important as well. I think a lot of people forget about that. It's okay. It's okay to have a conversation. It's okay to say, you know what, this is what I'm feeling. But once you have that conversation, you have to have the willingness and the consistency to show up. And if that's not a friendship you want to stick with, then say that. I would rather somebody tell me, like, I don't want to be your friend in this season. Cool. Please tell me that. I'm okay with that. But when you start to ghost, because ghosting is a thing. Yada 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 yada
Yeah,
yada.
for some reason, it really is like,
It's a thing.
why though? I mean,
I feel like it's the reason why people like the ghost is because they can't come to the realization and have to stand in their truth. So they rather run and hide. I don't think anybody wants to have that uncomfortable conversation or engage or suffer the consequences because of their bad behavior. Like maybe your friend did something and then it's like you're literally like feeling all the emotion, but they just giving that I don't care type of thing. They don't want to own it, accept it, and then move past that. That's how I feel it is. It's just some people just don't want to stand on business, honestly.
I don't know. Like I feel like some people, um, and there's a huge difference, Joker. I saw your comment in there. There's a difference between ghosting and timeout, and I understand that. And my other thing is like, I feel like I feel like people have huge hearts when it comes to relationships. I grew up with barely no family, to be honest. So my friendships became the people that I depended on. They became my sisters. My I don't have guy friends because that's don't work for me. But I have a lot of female friends, and they became people that I was in a space for, that I cried to when I needed to. But I'm also a very sheltered person. I don't say a lot when it comes to my personal business and things of that sort. And all of them knew that. But at some point, when a person wants you to either stay complacent to who you once were versus who you are becoming, it becomes a difficulty for that friend as well. When you start to change who you were willing to become, a better person, a better version of yourself, I don't think everyone accepts that either.
so, my next question would be, what are considered the core traits of a good friend? And I struggle with this word, loyalty. Is as one of them. You know, they stick with you, not just when it's easy, but when things are hard too. But I had this conversation with Mika probably a couple weeks ago about the word loyalty. it could be defined. It could be defined as many different things. So for me, I'm
You
just gonna
definitely can.
I'm just gonna change that word loyalty to true because I struggle with loyalty. It means something totally different.
For everybody.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
glad you said
literally in
that.
the eye of the beholder. Literally.
Yeah, loyalty
So
is different for everybody, and I feel like, I've been thinking about that conversation since you and I've had it, that word loyalty, and what it means. But I think mine would be compassion and empathy.
and, I
Mine
know
would be
mom.
trustworthy, reliable, supportive, and understanding.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I would
Let's,
definitely
let's, let's
say,
throw respect in there too.
yeah, definitely
One
respect.
percent
And then,
RESPECT.
like he just said it, communication, being able to communicate effectively with one another. Like those uncomfortable conversations are not easy to have, but when they're had, I feel like everything goes so much more smoothly in your world.
And
The gray areas.
we're not gonna skip over accountability either.
So, well, she said RESPECT. Find out what it means to me.
Right.
Find out what it means to me. Sorry.
So
Yeah.
I got a question. We talk about the things that y'all say. So does does years, does time account for all of those things that you said?
Yes.
The amount of time. So what that's the reason why I say is for me, I hear everything that y'all saying, and some things I'm like, yeah, I get it, and I get it, no, I don't get it. How many years does it take for you to say that, hey, you could be a friend? Because I think after so many years of sowing into somebody's life and getting to know them,
Oh.
the communication has already been established. So for me, my mouth can be reckless. I can say some hurtful stuff. So for me, if you have disrespected me or crossed my boundaries as a friend, I pull back for a minute and take a break because I was like, you know what I mean? Like get myself together, reflect on it. But if somebody keeps pushing at me and pulling on me, I'm staying away because I don't want my mouth to become reckless and I don't want to say something that you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's I'm struggling with this conversation right now, y'all.
Stick around because it's gonna be okay. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I have friends that I've had probably I can consider a lifetime. I have that I had to let go of just as well, not because I didn't love them or sometimes you just grow apart. Sometimes you have to go in another direction and you have to let that person go. Um, if it was disrespectful in any way, then that's automatic that you just gone.
Yeah,
So
I feel like people have to make moves the way they need to make moves. And we should never take it personal on how they make those moves. Me personally, I was blocked and cut off and everything. In that moment, I was like, okay, why?
hmm
But then it wasn't my job to ask why. That's just like I don't know. I feel like there's obviously relationships are relationships, right? And then you have your dating time of relationships, and then and I'm not just talking about friendships, I'm just talking about relationships in general, because at some point you're getting to know a person who's also changing seasons. I feel like when you have friendships, you have to be willing to both understand each person's season, however that looks like for them. And sometimes we do take it personal as human beings, but again, it's not my job to answer or grab any or ask any questions if that's not what you're willing to tell me either. I shouldn't have to go dig for them. But if we have a conversation and you tell me how you feel and I then consider that, but you still don't accept the consideration, then that's out of my hands. Period, point blank. It's out of my hands because clearly you're in a season that you still need to work on your own. So I couldn't take it personal of how she went about it. Everyone goes about losing a friendship differently. Did
Mm-hmm.
I want to lose this 20-year-old relationship? Absolutely not. I love her like she's my sister. However, if she needed to cut me off the way she needed to cut me off, I'm not going to sit here and stress about something I have no control over. What I'm going to do, I'm going to have my moment and I'm going to keep going. I still smile anyway, but I've already trained myself to do that whenever it comes with situations that's harsh. So my thing is, we can forever ask why. We can forever ask that.
Mm-hmm.
But
But will
again,
you get
it's
the
not.
answer? Will you get the answer that you want?
Absolutely not. You have to accept the non-closure in that space.
And
It's
you,
hard to move on without that closure.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, like especially if a friend wants to move away from me,
Yeah,
I give them that space. That's when that empathy comes in. Even if they need to block me for a period, I guess that's those lifetime friends. Like I'll be here and I'm ready to talk whenever you are. But what we're not going to do is just act like nothing ever happened.
like,
I
I,
think
so
I, yeah, I lost a friend, and I did act like nothing ever happened because whatever whatever the situation was, I guarantee you that other person caused it. So I just know my cutoff game is pretty strong,
and that's my
and
thing. Like I'm sorry, Donna. I'm like J2 being you will want some answers to that, but to be cut off like Harrison, that's different. If now my cutoff game can be like that, but I don't. I believe in forgiveness, compassion is too strong for me. My thing with it is, if I have not unfriended you, unfollowed you, disconnect from you, block you, or nothing like that, me not responding to messages is one thing. I'm taking a break, but to unfriend me, to unfollow, to remove me, and all of that, that's to me that speaks value.
you know it's crazy because I've heard this topic so many times, and I've heard people literally say they like to sweep stuff under the rug and play Delulu when they come back. They rather let time go by and let space and distance and then come back and be like, hi, friend. And you be like, and hoping you forgot what was the reason you fell out for. It's crazy because it's like, I hear this question all the time. So for you to say that, girl, yes, you definitely hit me. But I definitely feel like it's way better, like Miss Harris said, communication. That's why, like, when it comes to character, when I'm picking my friends, I really go for like a person who's understanding and I'm paying attention and how you treat people and their family and everybody around them, how they treat their kids, how they treat their relationships. Because I'm gonna know how you gonna treat me, but you still gotta be like observing. Because just because they do them right doesn't mean they're gonna do you right. I also look for like, dang, can I work with this person? Can I level up with you? Like, can I team up with you? Is this something we could do where we can collab and we be winning together? I also look for like a person who's very motivational and inspiring, who really just understands me and they're like, hey sis, keep going, keep pushing, because being in the gym is hard. I'm already on a 75-day soft challenge, and I'm like, sis, you got my back, I got you like this. Then understanding their their process and our journey, and then they having their mental health, because I feel like that's a real big one when it comes. I look for that too. Like, is your mental health okay? Is your mental health intact? Sis, how we doing with this mental health? Then my last thing is, are you in your prayer warrior season? Like, are you prayed up? Are you doing your are you going to church? Are you listening to your music? Are you standing on business? Are you doing your meditation? hmm So that's how I kind of pick the person I'm looking for. Like, we're not looking for it if they walk into the season. Thank you.
sorry y'all. It's this that one person that Dottie keeps trying to block is keep coming back, and I'm sorry y'all. It's a distraction, and I apologize. But she got it. She got it. That where it says one real. equals 6,
Right
whatever.
there. That one right there.
Yes. Oh, and I
Yeah,
apologize.
that. Get on now.
So, supportiveness. I feel like I'm that person. Like, as far as a friend is concerned, if I consider you a friend, that I am a true friend. I don't doubt that anybody here thinks differently. Um, because you wouldn't be here if you did. Um, so I'm that one. I will cheer you on in public. And sometimes, depending on the situation, hey Nisha, depending on the situation, you gotta challenge them as a friend in private. Um, I challenge you when you don't even know I'm challenging you, uh, and that's where that trueness instead of loyalty, that's where that trueness falls into place. So, how can you tell someone isn't your friend?
I
When
don't
somebody
think you really can
disrespectful.
tell. It's a vibe. I mean, it's a vibe. Like, I don't know. For me, it feels like, and a lot of women may have this feeling, but and I'm an athlete, so it's not jealousy, but it's competitiveness. Um, and it's the unhealthy type. Like, I have a friend, like everything she does, she'll say something about what I do, and I'm like, you're not my friend. You're not my friend. Like, I'm doing this because like she's referring to something that I do, or the little term. Oh, I see you on your little TikTok.
Little,
We big
little.
now. We big
Right?
now.
Don't start no stuff now.
We big
Can I
right
say
now.
shit? Can I say shit? Don't start no shit. I told my husband he want my friend. 'Cause I see that little TikTok at the beginning. I'm gonna tell that buddy. Tell him, oh, you ain't my friend.
Just,
JT
just
said,
I mean, if I hear somebody call somebody's
don't mess with
platform
me.
little, I would call them out. What do you mean? Can you define little? What do you mean by little?
Google me. So Google me. Hashtag Google my name. I'll show you how to. I'm sorry, we're getting off topic.
So I
But
mean,
it's a vibe. Like, I mean, I know people who believe that they are my friend. They truly believe it in their soul. Maybe because of what they do for you. It's kind of like a relationship. They love bomb you. You know.
Some people don't know they succubus. Did
so
I say
what?
that right?
I mean, no. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
I was wondering if I said the word right. Succubus type of friends.
Mhm.
I kind of go off of like habits. Like if I feel like they're not trying to grow, if they're not trying to manifest, if they're not trying to heal, if they're not trying to fix their credit, if they're not moving and they just sitting still, I go off of that. Like you gotta be moving. Like
Wait,
I'm sorry,
wait. Everything you said, they're not trying to fix their credit.
Is it right? Damn it!
I'm just saying. I'm like, look, I don't know what
Don't
you're
worry
doing, but
about me.
you're sitting in the same spot for 10 years.
I got
When you gonna move? But some moving real quick. I go off of character.
you are not my friend. You talking about daggone credit while we talking about friends. You is not my friend.
I'm talking about all of it. I feel like it's your character though. Like
Yeah.
I think everything's in tune. Like I feel like mentally, physically, spiritually, everything's in tune. Like I feel like you're gonna show up in your best form in real life. You need to show up like as my friend too. Like I'm like, hey sis, I'm gonna push you to focus on your business, your brand, your credit. Sis, I want you to have that 401k, that Roth IRA. These are discussions that I feel like we should be having because they don't really teach it. A lot of parents don't teach their kids this. So yeah, I do think it. I mean, I'm not gonna ask my friend what her credit score is, but I'm like, friend, if you need help, if you need assistance, please speak up and say something because I don't want to be here in 10 years and you down here when we're supposed to be moving up. That's how I go off of character. Like if I feel like you still standing still, I'm gonna outgrow you. You gonna get mad. You gonna be hating. Then you gonna be jealous. Then you gonna be trying to snake me. Then you gonna try to mess with my with my boo. Like it just be too much stuff going on. Like letting stuff slide. That's just how I personally feel. I might be a little too rough a little bit when it comes to that, but it's really serious because you got to understand this person is going to be around you for years, around your relationship, around your kids, in your mama face, and your. I think you should take it serious. Your character.
But I don't see that being harsh at all. You're protecting you, and
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. And if that's what it takes to protect you, then that's what it is. That's a part of who you are. So,
Your boundaries are yours.
and if they don't respect that, then they don't respect you. So, I mean,
And I guess for me, it's kind of different because I know, like, I have a good friend. I guess she my case study for the day. Um, but she can't. We were best friends. Like, if you see me, you see her.
There you go.
If you see her, you see me.
That's right.
That's what everybody would say. But in our 40s, 42 now, for the last, I want to say 8, 10 years, she can't get out of those same emotions and thoughts that she had 20 years ago. Like, she still expects me to act the same like 20 years ago. And it's like, no, we are growing, we are lifting. So she kind of have like this negative mindset because there is growth. Even though she's growing, she got her master's degree, she done did everything, but she's still unhappy in her soul, which is not just me, it's everyone around her can tell that she's still unhappy in her soul. And I love her to death, and I've tried to love her through it, but I realized with for the last 3 years I have to let it go.
And that cloud is just following her around. And it's like
Voice it.
when she come in the room, it ain't the light, it's not the sun, it's not the feeling, it's not the hey, let's do this, hey, let's go have a brunch, sis, come on, let's go have a picnic, sis, let's go rent an Airbnb and let's go have a motivational webinar or something like that's what I'm talking about. Like you got to be able to have that type of friendship, connection, and bond with your squad, with your team, with your loved ones. Like it has to be a team. Like you can do everything by yourself, but I honestly feel like when you're picking your friends, just be careful, as well as picking relationships, because this is your foundation you're standing on.
And what you said, Joker, that succubus, that's
I think
real.
friendships also, friendships and frenemies
Yeah.
don't have a don't have selfishness about them. At some point, you've been together for so many years, you get to know each other, and you just blah blah blah, and you pick up the same routine. I think people get used to the same routine, same activity, but when they know that you used to doing, you're a multiple person, you go any and everywhere and do all types of things,
Yeah.
they either want to be a part of that or they don't. And for people to get mad when you're moving like that because you're doing other things, because you don't want to sit in their face all day, gone day, that's a problem. And it's like, why I got to do everything that you want to do, but you don't want to engage with the activities that I like doing.
I,
And I never brought it up.
I
You
think
know what? I never brought it up.
girl, that goes into selfishness. That goes into selfishness. That means that they're off me, not you, but me. It's all about me. I want to do this. I want to do that. And then when you say, "Sis, I want to do this," their
I
whole
don't.
they whole world changed. They
I'm
whole
telling
mood changed, honey. The stars and set, the moon done went down. They like, I'm tired. I'm sick. You sick? We just ran around doing everything you want to do. Why you want to do nothing I want to do? Because to them, they think what you want to do is not fun. Low key hate.
yeah,
Low
but
key
if
hate.
it's not for you, then it's not for you. Let me have fun. You can stay home,
There you go.
watch a movie, eat some popcorn. I don't know, but when I ask how can you tell if someone's not really a friend, I was for me it's like if they only show up when they need something or they downplay your achievements, gossip behind your back, or consistently dismiss your feelings. To me, that's not a friendship. So, a fake friend can be close in proximity, but far in what you might call loyalty.
Mm.
So, you got to watch for patterns, not just isolated moments. So, but that's how I was looking at, you know, being able to see if someone is really not a friend. Because you have, there's plenty of those. No, oh, Joker said friends that don't want to share you, selfishness.
Oh, about it.
I can tell you right now, if anybody in here that know me and been knowing me and you call yourself family or friends, I'm gonna tell you right now, down to my husband, down to anybody, I do not like and I refuse to have any relationship with anybody that want to covet me. I believe you should be able to be friends with whoever you want to be friends with. And when you start, like you saying, doing your little TikToks, how people will start talking to you in a certain way, um, that right there, that covenant opens up a whole flesh of spirits.
Yeah, Soul Star said when you don't support when they don't support you, but you will support someone else. Letitia said keep asking you for advice and never take it, but when they come back and say you were right, I'm not the I told you so type of person. But
Nope.
I'll say it without saying it.
Mhm.
I'll say, remember when we was talking about?
But what
I need
about
to
what
do a
about
survey.
I told you so friend?
Mm.
Like they live to say I told you so. Like I have one of those. It's like she always says everybody ain't your friend. Like and maybe she does that because I'm a social butterfly. I was that person that I will always bring people around, and I introduce people to their best friends for some reason. But she always said everybody ain't your friend, and it turned out she was the main one.
Ooh, what? And how did you find? How did you
They be hiding in plain sight.
right up in your face?
They teach us some vibes. I know.
That's the topic, Soul Star. Everybody ain't your friend. So, how do you assess whether you are a good friend? How do you tell that? How can you tell you're a good friend?
The people around me, my friends. I mean, but as you know, Diamond may know this. I don't feel like I'm a good friend. Um,
Is that an air thing? Is that an air thing, J2?
might be.
It might be.
How can you
Maybe just
feel like you're not a good? How? I mean, that's something I
that's another topic.
understand. Like, how can you not know that you're a good friend when you have all these people around? Well, a lot of people. I'm not gonna say all, but a lot of people around you that like truly love you and show you that they love you and care about you and that are there for you. I mean, it
And
don't have.
because I feel like, am I doing it back? Am I
Because of
giving
this
it back?
topic right here. This topic right here makes me feel like I'm not a good freaking friend. Like, she up there talking about communication and credit. I forgot what she said. I'm like,
That credit threw me off. Like, what? But I am that good. I'm that friend that can help you with your credit if you need help. I can tell you the steps.
I'm with J2. I was sitting here seeing it's the air thing. I was just thinking and she said it out loud. I was thinking and she said it. I'm sitting here thinking, am I a good friend because of the whole communication? That's why I'm like, this thing is big, Diamond. You sure you want to do this? Because I got all day. I got time today. You sure you want to talk about this topic?
I'm like, I'm here for it though, but I don't have all day, but I got a couple of hours of my time.
See how she said that? I'm here for it, but I ain't got all day. That's honestly straightforward. And that's what I give. I give straightforward. And that's these are the questions that I'm asking. If you know me, I'm gonna tell you like it is. I'm gonna say it to you. I said blunt, but I said, like I said, you gotta know your friend, how to talk to them, what words to say, and how you choose your mannerism. Did I say that right? Your mannerism, how
Mannerism.
you move, just everything about it. It's one of those things. Whew, Lord have mercy.
I feel like what makes me an amazing friend is one of my qualities. I just feel like my number one is my gift is healing. Like I take your problem, you tell me what it is. I'm like, what? How do we fix this? We got to figure out how to heal it. Sis. Like If it's the mental, is it physical? Did somebody hurt you? Is it on paper? Is it something you can't see? Is it spiritual? Like I just want to be able to be there to support my friends. And I feel like my friends, every time they get their heart broken, they call me. Every time somebody hurt, like did them dirt, do them wrong, they call me. Like I'm the go-to. Like that's my best friend. Like I'm calling you because this, that, and the third. I'm like, look, I got you, sis. We're gonna work through it. We're gonna eat that ice cream, girl. We're gonna watch these movies, girl. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna resolve it. And I just feel like that's just my gift. Like I've always been a healer. A healer has always been like, just always been in me. So I think it's just natural because I'm the oldest of all my siblings. And because I'm the oldest, it's just naturally just in tune with me. So that's what I feel like that's one of my best qualities. They always say it's just that you're healing. It makes me feel better. Your aura when I'm in your face, your hugs, it makes me feel safe. Because a lot of women aren't protected. A lot of women feel like they are not safe, maybe because they don't have a husband or their brothers passed away, maybe their fathers and stuff like that. They feel like they go through life and they're getting stepped on, mistreated, used, taken advantage of work, and they're just like, friend, I just really need to talk to you. Like I don't know if y'all seen that new movie with Taraji P. Henson on Netflix. A lot of my friends, yes, thank you. A lot of my friends was like, oh my God, I felt just like that. And sis, last week, I just cannot stop crying internally. And I could feel it. Like I'm an empath. So I'm feeling you, I'm listening, I'm understanding. And I think because I'm a healer, because I'm a good listener, I think that's the reason why they just love that about me.
That's but I don't know anybody like I'll say that went through what she went through, but I know that I was sort of kind of in that position myself when my kids were younger.
Mm-hmm.
So, but not to the, not until the last straw, not that far. But having a good support system, having someone that you can talk to, someone that you can, or you know, I don't know, that can relate to what you've been through, or even just a good listener. Um, I feel like I'm that person. Like I feel like anybody on here feels like that. If I'm wrong, y'all tell me I'm wrong. Do y'all feel like that y'all can come to me and talk to me about almost anything? Like, do I give you that sense of comfort?
I won't talk to you about sex. For some reason, I don't know. I heard.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna come to her about Dr. Yolanda because she'll be like, I don't like
They about it.
it. No, no.
I think if I talk to God, I think you. That's what I'm saying. I know what I can say and what I cannot say to God. And how many years now I've been knowing her? But if you like everything, is it everything? That's your title. That's your title. Everything. Like she said, you you know you know what you can do and what you can't do. And for me, I'm a good listener as well, and I'm a seer, and I can in discernment, it is what it is. Gift comes without repentance. I trust and believe that. So my discernment, I can recognize what I can talk to about any and everything. Well, who I can talk to about. So and that's my whole thing. Know your friends. Know them. That's it. If you're a good friend.
And a big one is you want to have a good friend that can keep things private and protective, exclusive, and secretive. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes we'll be in a moment. I don't know if y'all have ever had this where you'll be talking, 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 and something just fly out your mouth, and you just like, okay, that's all right. You want somebody who's able to keep it secret and keep it exclusive and private. Like they ain't gonna come on this platform and tell your business. They're not gonna go behind you and snake you to your friends. They're not gonna go and talk about you to their men. Like this is between us. When we having girl talk, like this grown conversation is between me and you. This is not leaving this room. Okay, it's gonna be between you, me, and hey. If we gotta go out to the graveyard where you gotta scream and get it out, ain't no cameras, The only person that's gonna hear you is the dead man. Like that's the old school saying. Is if your secret is between you and the dead man, and you got a bestie, you can talk to it. She better be tight lipped. So that's a big one for me too. It's because I'm protective of your privacy and your secrets and your energy because I know what that would do to you, and I would never do that to you. I don't care if we fall out or we don't. You snaking me, but I'm not gonna snake you. No, because I already know karma's gonna get you. God gonna take care of it, and He's just gonna bless me, and I'm just gonna stand on 10 toes. That's just always how I be. Maybe that's just how I grew up, but loyalty for me is like I don't care if we break up, whatever the situation is. I'm not playing with you like that because I'm not telling your business.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So do actually,
Unless, unless they did bad, they stole your credit, messed up your credit.
I've had that happen.
what?
Okay. I didn't mean to laugh like that, being dumb.
Dang. Somebody stole your credit? Please don't tell me it was.
Oh, got a credit card in my name
Oh. Wow. That's
and used me as their name when they got pulled over.
Oh, uh-uh.
wait.
That's you had a hitman for a friend.
This your friend? This was a
No,
friend.
that was a hitman. That was an assassin upon your life.
That was
Because
Mm.
who does that?
So ask yourself,
Said you fought.
do you listen to understand or do you listen to reply?
Oh,
I listen just to let you vent.
Dang.
Like I just want you to vent because I feel like as women, sometimes you just need to vent. Sometimes just say what you say. I'm just listening. I'm like, sometimes it ain't even gotta be nothing replied. I just be like, all right, let's chill. That's it. Cause sometimes they just really just want that ear.
it's levels to it because if it's the same thing, I'm gonna reply.
Come, J2. I was just about to say I don't do no that repeated conversation. If you complain about spouses all the time and all of that, every time it's the same conversation, I'll get somebody else to do it.
I can
Get somebody else because I'm not doing that.
I don't mind you telling me the story 150 times. The reason why is just because you healing and you healing. Like say if someone passed away and this person is in your head every day. You cannot get the death of your loss of your loved one out of your head, and it's just bothering your soul. It's bothering your spirit, and you just every day like, man, I miss my sister. I miss my mom. I miss my brother. Like if it's something like that, say it. I'm a listen.
But you said like it is healing, but when it gets repetitive like that, it's kind of like the same thing. Like with your friend is not moving on. If they're not
Yeah.
moving, they're not growing. And that one thing that they talking about all the time is probably the main reason why they can't move on.
I think it's therapy for them too because they're stuck and they like you had to sit through all this because I'm telling you I've listened to people and they told me that repeatedly and then they'd be like, you know what, I'm gonna give you this for your birthday, I'm gonna give you this, I'm gonna do this because you had to go through a lot and I understand and I get it now and I made it through the threshold and I'm feeling much better and I'm doing my journey and my process because it takes time. It really takes time to heal from that little girl you used to be. Like you could be you could be 30 and be stuck as that 5-year-old. You could be 40 and be stuck as that 10-year-old. Whatever is going on, it takes time, it takes patience, it takes good support, it takes the cores and the value. I can't leave you. You're my friend. And you doing the best that you can. And that mental thing, it's like you can't stop it. It's in there. Like I don't personally suffer from mental, but I know people who do, and they literally be like, "Look, it's just so many things running in my head. There's so many thoughts, and I'm trying. I want to feel better." And I'm like, "I know you are, and I'm gonna be right here. It's okay. We're gonna figure this out." So it kind of depends on the severity of the person, the situation, and what type of person you are. So, so it doesn't bother me.
I'm sorry, Diamond. I gotta ask Joker, what is storing false burdens?
Oh, I was gonna. Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask her that same question.
That sounds. I mean, I feel like that's about.
So compared to what I was saying about repeated conversation, does not fall in grief for me. That does not fall in grief. It's when, let's say, you're struggling in your marriages, or you're struggling with other relationships, or you know what I mean. You got a problem with the system. You got a problem with everything in the world. Is what I'm saying. A person that constantly just talk about that, I can have a listening ear all day. But if it's the same thing, just negative, 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 I don't have an ear for that. So people words are powerful. So speaking that, you can start picking, for me, my point of view, you can start picking up people baggages, and that can get in your spirit, and then you start mumbling. I found myself complaining about, I've been on my own since I was 12. So
And it made,
I
and
got to
that's,
complain about it. You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like, I was like, you know what I've been through? Why am I complaining about this?
And I think
I'm
that connects
not.
to why I don't think I'm a good friend, because I feel like
I was
I am an out loud friend where I will come and I will like just bring, I guess, my baggage, or talk about my worries, or just talk about me. And I don't like to just talk about me. So it's like I've kind of stopped really talking about me, because most time when I start talking to my friends, I start listening to myself and I be like, okay, this is some stupid shit.
No, but if you know that I'm that person with that listening ear, I'm going to, if you, I don't care what you have to talk about. If I'm that person you feel like you can come to and talk about it, I'm going to listen. And if it's the same thing over and over, I'm still going to listen. But then at the end of it all, when I feel like we've been talking about this for too long, my question to you is, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to change?
There we go.
What about wisdom? If you don't have anything to talk about, you just don't keep talking, is what I'm saying. I don't want anything that y'all saying, ladies. I agree with y'all. Like that, I don't like talking about myself like that either. However, I know what you're saying, Donna. It's one thing if I talk about certain things, how we talking right now. We talking about this. But next week, I'm not going to be talking about this
Right.
because I need to find a solution. You know what I mean? I need to find a solution for it. I'm gonna try to help and not hinder. I don't want you to be stuck in that same place. You either got to move forward. You got to speak life and not death.
Got to let it go. At a certain point, you have to learn to let go of certain things. Because if it's bothering you like that, why do you continue to hold on to it?
Right.
So, anywho, so also, what was it? You got to ask yourself: do you respect your friends? Do you respect their boundaries? Do you speak the truth even when it's uncomfortable?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Are you that friend?
I am. I am. Well, I be thinking I'm just I'm an asshole. I ain't gonna lie. I be thinking I'm an asshole. Cause
I'm a mirror, because my
I'm not
friends are
gonna see
mirrors for me. I'm a mirror.
What you mean by that?
You can look at me and see yourself. Like, you might see yourself. So that's why I like to be transparent. I like to. That's why I do like to talk and say what's going on, because I know if we share these stories, someone is going to identify it, and we all get through, and we all do it differently. And I love to hear someone else's story. So I'm going to say everything I can out loud, because I know a lot of people are afraid to say it. Even in these intimate conversations, they talk around the truth.
what everything. Look at it. Bring your eyeballs back over here. Oh no, what you gotta say? Everything. I want to hear. I like you. I like you.
I kind of am here to support. I want you to see it for yourself. Like, I don't want to sit here. I'm gonna tell you how it is, what I think you should do. But let's be honest. A lot of women don't listen to their friends. They don't pay attention, and they wait and bump their head and get back up just like kids. Sometimes you try to tell your kids don't do that, and they do it anyway. So I'd be like, okay, sometimes you gotta either bump your head and get back up, or you gotta see it for yourself, get it out your system, or either you be like, "Dang, man, you was right." I'm a type of person like I want you to live your life. I want to be supportive, but anytime it comes to anything dangerous, I'm a definitely warn you, try to help you, support you. I'll be there in your endeavors, but I kind of want to see you if how you gonna be able to handle it because you know I just want to see you work through it. I want to see the journey. I want to see everything we've been through and how far we came. Did you learn anything since we've been cool or close? Like, did you learn not to attract those type of people? Did you learn not to entertain that? Or are you dating the same type over and over? Even though I can tell you it's over and over, it's different faces. So I'm just waiting on you to be like, all right, I'm cool. I love me.
You have such a
I'm the
meekness.
love of my life. I want to be
You have
happy.
such a meekness. I love it. I'm gonna pray for you that you keep being surrounded by people that will enjoy your meekness and humbleness because I can sense it. I love it. You have a beautiful smile. She's the gentle parenting and friendship. I'm the Gen X. And guess what? With us type of mentalities, the world gonna be a great place.
I, and so it should be.
Somebody needs one of us somewhere.
I just feel like, oh yeah,
And I
hashtag Cookie
appreciate you
Club. Don't
everything
forget
for
me.
being here.
I just love bringing these topics to 31 Voices because I don't feel like there's enough of us out there that's willing to open up and share and connect and help each other grow.
Huh?
But when you get to become my age, I gotta throw that out there.
Look,
When
get her medicine.
but when you get to be my age, you learn certain things are not as important as they used to be. I've learned to let go of so much. Yeah, Marcy, 35 again. I've been 35 for a long time now, and you just learn to accept people for who they are, what they've shown you, and y'all know it was said best by Maya Angelou that when people show you who they are, believe them. Um, Ask yourself that question and dig deep into that statement because it means a lot. It has a real deep meaning to it especially when it comes to friendships. So like we all need room to grow, but recognizing our impact on others is a sign of emotional maturity. So like Joker been saying this whole time, get to know who people really are. You have to, um, if you want to consider them a friend. So, um, yeah, I mean, if you guys got any questions that y'all want to ask each other or the chat, y'all got questions, I'm still here. We're still here. I have one more, but I want to save it. I want to hear what everybody else has to say about this, knowing whether or not you're a good friend. I consider myself a good friend to those who are my friends.
I love it.
Hmm.
This was a good topic. I really love it.
Oh my gosh. Right?
I love it.
Well,
Man.
thank you all for tapping the screen and sharing out the live and gifting the panel. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I just want to throw that in there. I'm always grateful, and especially more for the, you know, little things, because to me that means a lot. Not saying that your gifting is little. I'm just saying your presence, you being here, your gifting, you giving me your time. Um, you could be. I mean, some of y'all probably sitting in church watching this. I don't know, but
I was just
you
about to
here.
ask what Cole at. I'm about to ask what Cole at. She already went to church.
She
So that's
came
another
in.
thing. She
Yes.
is she is in here. Hey Cole. If she is, I know she be going to church. You said time. Baby. My name is not Maxine Water. don't waste my time because I ain't reclaiming it. I'm I'm keeping my time. I even tell my husband that don't waste my time, buddy. Or I'm gonna do some time, okay?
Wait a minute.
Don't play
I'm
with my
so sorry,
time.
but you chose to be here. You chose to be here, and that means a lot.
Time.
Yeah, go ahead.
So somebody said reliable. I know you said you. Why is reliable? How strong is reliable?
Um, I guess it
This
could be.
goes. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I guess it could be as strong as you need it to be. Um,
Cool.
because like for me, I don't want anybody to rely on me for anything and everything. You can rely on me to be there if I'm gonna, as a listener, or you can rely on me to, to be there if you need something, whether it be monetary or just some advice or just want to, talk.
Yeah.
Um, you can rely on me for that. But so just don't rely on me to be there for every waking moment because I have a life too. And if you are my friend, you would understand that and you would respect that.
Do you think reliable should be in a topic of friendships?
It can be. I mean, and that kind of to me that kind of intertwines with accountability in a way.
Okay, so reliable is reliable to me looks at it like I allow my kids to take out the trash. I allow stuff like that.
Mm,
I guess because I've been on my own for so at a young age, I learned how to be dependent and not when I don't do promises. I don't when people like I promise you this and I'm like don't promise me nothing. You know what I mean? I'm not that type of person. Don't promise me nothing. Why? Because promises can get broken. People like I have a son that's on the spectrum. I can't. I'm not gonna be reliable. I'm barely reliable to him. I'm barely reliable to myself. It's all a whole lot of mentality, characteristics, your growth, your healing, a lot of where you at in your life lines up with all of that. So some things people be like reliable. I had a couple that asked me to babysit. I consider them as a friend. I can't babysit. I don't. You know what I mean? Does that make me
I get what you're saying.
reliable
I
friend?
get what you're
Something like
saying.
that. No, I'm back outside. I'm back outside.
I can't do
No,
that. That's not in my will box right now.
no, you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm back. My husband is out to sea. Me and my son. I want to take my son, who I had not been there for because I went through my stuff. I'm there now, so I'm ready to do things with my son because his best friend not here. So it's like, am I not reliable because I don't pick up every phone call, go to every messages, go to every this and every that comment? Oh, you missed my birthday. I missed your birthday, but did you miss your birthday?
Right.
I mean, like,
That's why I
did
said
you
last
miss
week
your
I'm a
birthday?
recovering people pleaser because everybody says reliable, but like, what does that really mean when we are in our soft girl era and our selfish moments? And I had to learn through the no's, just saying no, because I mean, it hurts when someone says yes and then they don't show up.
now you're disappointed.
Now you're disappointed because, like, why did you even do it? Why did you do it? Because
Well,
because I know when I say yes, I try to show up. I try to show up.
Hey y'all, that's my kid. That's my oldest son, Panda.
Hey,
Say hi,
Panda.
that's my oldest one.
hey Panda,
You got an amazing mother.
Black and alive. He love his mama.
I appreciate it. That's what's up.
Because that's when I feel like a horrible friend when I can't.
I mean, that's when you.
Yeah, is that a good feeling? Is that okay for you to feel that way?
Nope.
As your friend, I wouldn't. That's for me. I don't put that pressure on nobody. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That
Hey,
whole
Patty.
that whole. A lot of this is I wish I could.
Because that's why it's actions. It has to be actions because people can talk all day. They can talk about how good friend they are. They can talk about this. They can talk about showing up for you. But
I need to see it. I'm all about action.
and I hate when we get into conversations like with friends. Well, I did this and I did this and I did this. It's like I call it collect. I don't collect stamps.
Oh, I don't like that either. And I don't like when people throw stuff back in your face that they did for you. Like, why do people do that?
Baby, baby, people was asking, "Oh, what you want for your birthday?" Nothing. Not every good gift is a so good gift.
Nothing, because if when your birthday comes, I may not be able to give nothing.
No,
And so
honey,
what
I
you
tell people off the rip, I will make you all types of art, but financially, I need to sow in my family. Me and my husband about to retire. Certain things is just, yeah, I'm honest. I'm too honest.
That's a deal breaker for me. Like when you throwing stuff back up in my face that you did for me. Well, guess what? You don't never have to worry about doing anything else for me.
Thank you, Patty.
That's it. Ooh, that's part of the cutoff game. If you feel like you have to constantly throw that just is something to me.
If God don't provide it, I don't need it. And I believe a lot of gifts, and a lot of rewards that people do for you need to be done in secret.
it's like corporate America. Is it a bribe? Is it a bribe?
Yes, Soul Star
I
transaction.
don't know. Like I don't know corporate America when people bring around their kids Girl Scout cookies. It's like, okay, let me buy from you because when it's my time, you buy from me.
And then when it's your time, they don't buy from you. How does that make you feel? You,
Right.
so, yeah, transactional, like Soul Star said. Nah, that if y'all want to know one thing about me, that's one thing. If you didn't know, now you know. If you did something for me, don't throw it back up in my face because you won't have to ever in the
Ever,
rest of
ever,
my
ever.
life, in the rest of my life, have to do anything for me again. Just saying. But why is it okay to outgrow friendship, y'all?
Because we're human.
Because
I'm only
your
human.
chapters come to an end. Because I think when a person comes in your life, it's a season. You're here for my adolescence. You're here for preteen. You're here for my, young adult, and me becoming a woman. You're not supposed to be here during the whole process. Because if you were, you'd be here right now. That's it.
So where y'all at?
You
No.
make it. And you make it.
So why is it okay to outgrow a friendship?
If the data is repeated and not changing, I need new data. I get bored real quick. I need new data, new standards.
I feel like it's good to outgrow them when they standing still. Like we're not moving, we're not growing, or you change. Like maybe you used to be a certain type of way, but then you switched up. Like maybe you started being weird and uncomfortable and started seeing me progress quicker and faster, and you're trying to do the same thing I'm doing, and you're stuck. And it's not my fault that this is my season. You have to wait on your time, you have to wait on your season, but they so worried about trying to get to the finish line. I'm like, but it's not your time. You gotta wait your turn, or either I'm doing as much as I can, but if you didn't hit, you ain't hit. You just gotta wait.
I think as we evolve, some friendships that they just no longer align with who you're becoming, and that's okay. In my eyes, that's fine. You know, fly, little birdie. Do
That
what you
doesn't
got.
mean we're still not friends. I
Right.
mean, we still may connect, like go on a trip or meet for dinner, or it still doesn't mean we're not friends.
And it doesn't make that person bad either.
That's right.
It just means the connection has served this season.
That's right.
And that's all. No, of course not. No animosity whatsoever. Letting go of sometimes you have to let go of unhealthy relationships to make room for the ones that's like uplifting, more mutual, more uplifting, and that's fine too. It's okay. Yeah,
And then we got to make a difference between associates or people we're getting to know versus a friend. We'll just start calling people my friend, my friend, my friend. Especially now that we got social media in the mix. We have these conversations on this app, and we tell our stories, and we call them. You get in the hot box, and you feel like you know someone, and then we claim them as my friend, my sister. That's my ace. But we haven't even looked at each other's character.
With social media, it's easy to click that friend button. Now that person's your friend with the click of a button, without even getting to know
Is it
who
because
that.
we don't want to call them followers or fans?
It depends on the platform. Because once on this one, once you click follow, you're now friends. So, but when you go to your profile, it just says followers and followings. What is it?
I follow that person.
Right? That person's my friend on
Or that's my
TikTok.
friend. Then you gotta say on TikTok, and maybe that's why on your little TikTok.
We love you, TikTok.
So, any more comments? Let's go with the 30K on, why is it okay to outgrow friendship?
I mean, it's okay because we're not meant to be the same. We're supposed to grow. Like when people like you changed. Okay, I was meant to change.
Sometimes I'm just ready to go. I'm like, look, this has been taking too long. I've been trying to leave you. I haven't had set you down, took you to dinner. I'm like, yeah, friend, I think it's time for us to move on. And they just like, oh no, 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 no. Oh wait. I'm like, you know what? We might have to do this over the phone. No, I'm just playing on this side.
I mean, because you can have conversations, because it's not like you blocking them, but doesn't even need to be a conversation. Like there's some people that just are still my friend, and we're not close anymore because we're just moving in our own directions. Nothing else.
But my thing is, a lot of people just don't understand it's okay.
Yeah.
They don't get that far. It's okay to let someone go down their own path because that's their path.
Like even with male relationships, it don't have to be a tragedy. It doesn't have to be a drama for us to let go. We ain't gotta like fight for it to say bye.
I was gonna ask that. You know how people like it. You know what? If you fuck with me like that, you fuck with me. If you don't, you don't. I'd rather for you to know up front and for how you hear people like they keep it real, keep it 100. So when situations come up and you start, oh, you know what? We're not as close. Not knowing, hey, I'm doing other things, but not intentionally moving forward on from the relationship. It's a problem, and it's like, no, I fucks with you. We still connected, but I'm growing. I'm doing other stuff. I'm being content with some other things. I'm multitasking. That is a problem that I have when people's like, oh, just keep it real with me. If you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If you don't, you don't. But when people stop fucking with you,
I mean, for somebody to say, if somebody was to say that to me, in my head, you don't want to fuck with me. Let me go.
Yeah.
Move on. Move on.
that
So,
never came out of my mouth. Yeah, it's like that never came out. I don't think negative. Put it like this: anybody and everybody, because I'm a talkative person. So everybody, a stranger, anybody. I'm talking. Hey, you. It's a beautiful day. That's just me. I'm gonna always look positive before anything negative. So I'm not looking for nothing negative. The moment I hear something negative come, that's you. That's you. That's you. And you. You see
yeah.
that. You see that. So yeah, I don't outgrew that. When I tell you I've been through too much to deal with that, that's it.
And I know we're different women, but I feel like ever since I don't know, all my female friendships, I feel like everybody who wanted to, I guess, not be my friend anymore, they walked out of my life on their own. Like they made up their own thing that made them feel good about themselves to say, I can't be your friend.
And it's okay. It's okay to have that for that person to move on. If they exited, I got plenty of those. But and I'm good with it. I
They
am.
always came back. They always come back. And they be like, I'm sorry. I mean, maybe because they go through life and they go through it. And that's why I say I can't really help my friend unless I've been through it. Or I'm just going to listen.
I just do. I basically just send them that Usher song, "Papers." I said to sign them papers.
Hold on, Mister. What she say?
If
She
they
said,
if they leave me, I'll be like, okay, I ain't worried about it. There's the dough. We'll be back.
I sound like, was Ike Turner? Every time they want to leave me. They leave
I
me.
don't really worry about it. I'll be like, okay, go ahead, have fun. They be out there for, I give it 3 6 months. I'm sorry, friend. I want to come back. Can we be cool? I'll be like, who is this?
Oh, like we cool from a distance now.
Who is this? I don't even have this number saved, even though I know it's saved. I'm just like, who is friend? I'm like, I'm gonna have to call you back.
Especially try to hurt my feelings.
Right.
I,
I think I'm just real chill. That's just like always been my energy. Has been real chill and smooth. So I'm just like, that's cool.
Yeah. It's just like when they do come back, the friendship is not and will not be the same. I guarantee you.
It's not.
and that's why he's always said I had a lot more guy friends than female friends. Because those relationships were a little bit more real.
Son said there's a reinstatement fee to come back.
There you go.
I'm a Gemini. There's no refunds.
No refunds.
There's no refunds on air sign.
You
Nah, I'm the person to be like, come on back. Oh, I know. I tried to tell you. I told you so.
Probation. Probationary. But you know what? I say this as a real friend. If that situation happens, it's one of those you still got nothing but love and you talk to them still with meekness and kindness. But you know what I mean? They have to only the guilty party is going to be in the guilty seat. So they feel like they can't move forward because after a certain situation happened, I don't talk about it no more because I know about forgiveness. I know about moving on. And we went through something and we was like, okay, matter of fact, a female that I reconnected back with up here, she inboxed me and was like, hey, I come in peace after a lot of stuff went down.
You too.
It's been since 2022 and it's 2025. I was fine without the person. I was fine, doing fine. And that person reached back out. I reconnected. I did. I forgave and I moved on. And I just say, hey, we know where we at though. We're not gonna cross that line no more. You know what I mean? And I have not talked about that situation because my whole thing of it is you don't want to keep bringing up a person's shortcomings. You don't keep throwing up somebody's shortcomings in their face. It's when they are a repeated offender, then we got a problem. So that's the reason why I said if a person we disconnect, I don't have a problem reconnecting. But that second time, if we disconnect again, oh, it's a done deal.
What George Bush say? Fool me once. Shame on me.
Fool me again.
What? You won't get a chance to fool me again. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know the correct way. The correct way.
Her soul star said, "Why do we need to keep continuously talk about it if after you have moved on?" Good question, though. I mean, maybe you moved on, and the other person didn't. I don't know yet. Sometimes you just have, sometimes people need time to let go. I don't know of certain friendships. Me, I don't have a problem. Once it's over, it's over. I'm not coming back. You might come back, but I ain't. And if you do come back, I'm moving differently. Sorry, I'm still some wax. I'm moving differently. like you said, you won't get to say me twice. Mm. So, unlike potential said, most people never usually move on. They hold a small resentment.
Hmm. Well, there's consequences,
For sure.
and I know. I mean, that's why I always say, be you, act, move, and move how you move. And I think the energies and the vibes is gonna it's gonna be different.
Yeah, you won't get the second me twice.
Right. Like
Say me twice.
I
You
can't
can't.
pretend.
Right. I
And,
just.
and I had that moment with my best friend. We was chilling, and it was like we was in our 40s, and she started doing some like dances we would do like when we was 18, 19. Like his house party, and I was just sitting back like I'm not even there no more. Like I couldn't even pretend to do it.
And it was okay. It was nothing wrong with that. It's like I'm not feeling it. That's like us. Sometimes when I, come to people's lives, or even here on social media, or any social media platform, if I don't relate, I just don't relate, and you just respect me for that.
Right.
I'm sorry, it's not my thing. I love you, but I just don't love what's going on right now.
The empathy.
Hmm.
Right. So y'all, everybody's not your friend. Today's topic: everybody's not your friend.
What
So,
about needy friends?
hi.
Needy friends.
Well, once you identified you have a needy friend, you just tell them like, "Yo, you needy as." Ugh.
What is needy?
when
Mm.
you constantly, well, for me, if you're constantly only coming to me for something that you need, like and you all, that's all our friendship is about what you need. I
They
got
need you. They need your attention. They need to keep that consistent whatever it is that you give them.
and I'm here. Yeah, if it's constant, like,
Because
yeah.
we're air signs. Like I feel like we give so much energy that you create needy friends because they crave your energy, and then when you're tired, that's when that I feel like a bad friend come out.
Needy gives
But
There
me
it's
we
not.
have it.
like
But
There
see,
we have it.
hyper
We done
but
wrapped
see,
up. Me and J2, we done wrapped up what our issue is.
yeah. I kind of
but
feel
it's
like
not. It's not you probably becoming a bad friend to that person, but you just establish a boundary for yourself. So that doesn't, in my mind, that doesn't. Well, the way I see it, doesn't make you a bad friend.
needy
I,
gives
but
me
maybe to that other person that needed you, and you just like, nope, not this time.
needy gives me really taker energy because I'm a healer. I just kind of feel like they will take a lot from me. So a needy person, I would have to set boundaries because I have to let them know, like, hey, I can only deal with you maybe an hour today, maybe 30 minutes today, because you're feeding off my energy because you need it. Like,
That's
it's
an appointment.
like, say for instance, when it's like, I'm gonna bring up, I don't know if y'all know about this topic, but a narcissist. A
Hmm.
narcissist feeds off of good energy, good light, and good people. And they can see it. Like, it's almost like they literally do research to figure out who you are, to learn more about you, so they can infiltrate to get close enough to you to take that energy because they need it. Because when they go outside, they're surrounded by so many other narcissists or toxic people or a lot of that stuff. They was like, but I need the light. I need that. So they can't. So to me, needy is taker. Taker is close to narcissist. So I say a kind of. I have to set boundaries and tones and kind of push them out when they try to get too close because I attract it all the time. So I'm just like, wait a minute, back up. Hmm.
Sorry, y'all. It was a phone call.
Well, I thought you was about to answer it too. I'm about to say, we can hear it. We can hear it.
Oh no, I'm it's Sunday. I don't know why people calling me on this phone on a Sunday, but it's okay.
Mhm.
End the call.
Mhm.
But I'm sorry, everything bling.
That was it. I was done.
Yeah, continue. Go ahead, everything. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, like, I'm a healer, so I attract a lot of that, the nonsense, the toxicity, different type of people. So I had to kind of use my discernment to be like, okay, I can only deal with you 30 minutes. I can only deal with you an hour, and I have to push you out because they try to pull me in because it's just like a light, and they're attracted to the light. So it doesn't matter what I say, what I do. It's just they miss the feeling of it. But so like when they're needy, people need the feeling. They remember the feeling, they remember the emotion, they remember the connection, they remember the laughing, they remember like, oh my God, like I can't, I'm out here, I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find that person in this one, this one, this one, this one. Because they're using different people to feed off of different energies. Like this one's the fun, this one's the hype, this the chill, that's the mom. And I'm a mom, so I'm a healer. I give off very mommy vibes. I give off big sister vibes. I give off bestie vibes. So it's easy for a person to be like, "Oh, you're like my mom. Like you're my mommy." I'm like, "No, no, no. I'm your peer. You are my peer. I'm your peer. You are a TikToker. I'm an influencer. I'm a TikToker too. You are it's we're not friends yet. Like you got to go through trials and tribulations, honey. I still need credit. No, I'm just playing.
No,
Welcome
I
back,
love
Miss
it.
Paris.
I love it. Lay it out. Lay it out.
Not the credit.
And I see why your name is everything, baby. Look, listen. She nailed it though. She nailed it.
Yeah.
And not only that, for me,
Hi, Miss Harris.
I'm such an unselfish person. I don't put it like this. If it's a group of people and we all together, and one thing happens, so I pull back a little bit. I'm just using me as an example. I pull back a little bit. Why you don't come around? Well, me and that person clash, and I feel like they need y'all more than me because I'm gonna be all right. I've been on, I'm a lone wolf type of person. I'm not, you know what I mean? I guess what I did. I did for my birthday. Woo, woohoo! What you want to do? What you want to do? Change wigs. Had a party all by myself because I'm used to it. I enjoy my company, but my thing of it is, I look at people like, okay, you know what? You have not developed the mentality to know yourself and to be alone by yourself. You have not yet grown to like yourself and enjoy yourself. So that's why you need people. I'm gonna let you have it. Y'all go ahead and babysit that because I don't need it. I'm good. I'm
And
all
that
about positive and bringing in goodness. I faced so much death that all I want to see is life.
I felt that.
yeah, and it takes time. It takes time to go through healing for yourself, especially when you've been through so much throughout life by yourself.
Hmm.
So
And like birthdays, maybe that's another air thing. It's like I'm always by myself, and I like it that way. It's on purpose. It's divine. I mean, I design it that way
Yeah,
because I don't even want to put the pressure of celebrating me.
yeah, that's it. That's it. I don't want to put the pressure on that. Not only that, I officially made my birthday a national holiday, and I made a flag. Just want to let you know. When it comes to my birthday, I'm self. That's the one time I'm very selfish on
And I
my
can be
birthday.
alone. I can
You do
go out
that.
alone. Like I didn't know it
You
was
never.
so odd for people because I've been asking people because I've been on this journey alone for a long time because I got even though I got sisters, they're 20 years older than me, so I feel like I'm the only child. So I go places alone and I have no problem with it. And I'm just learning that, people see that as weird when they talk behind your back. That's weird, or they can't do it themselves.
they just
And
can't do it.
sometimes it's inspirational to some TT Club. Because you gotta be. I mean, I'm okay with being by myself, even if it's at dinner in a popular restaurant.
At least you know you're buying for one and not two or more.
Okay, so I'm a little different. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I was on a
Oh
call
no,
for
you said
a long time, but I was listening. I put the call on my iPad instead, so I was listening to y'all while I was in there. But um, I've never. I've always put my place with people, so I'm learning to now do certain things by myself. Because I'm a people person. I became a social butterfly. And they have, do I need people to have me survive? Absolutely not. Like, I'm a Sagittarius. I do this. I take myself on dates all the time. But do I enjoy being around people? I do.
And there's nothing wrong with that either. I mean, that's a part of who you are.
I
So,
like both. I like to be around myself sometimes, and then I like to be, around family and friends. But like exclusive, like it gotta be like at least a group of three or four. I don't like it when it's too much going on, and I like to be able to watch my surroundings. Like I'm a real big, like, cause I'm the oldest, so I'm a protector. So I have to be able to see stuff. I need to know my back ain't facing the door. I need to see things when it's about to happen, cause I like to be the first one, hey, out the door. Mhm.
yeah, I love people. I love meeting new people. I went to a concert by myself, and I was all in it. Hey,
Oh, listen,
we having a
girl.
good time. They was like, look, they was like, Kendra was like, hug somebody or something, and I was just like, I'm good. Hey, lady hugged me. I was like, oh, she was like, you ain't alone. I said, I sure ain't. I got four of me and
No,
me.
it's so funny
I,
because
I
I
turned around. I was like, I
travel.
appreciate it.
I
You know
traveled
what I
by
mean?
myself. I was in New York and I went to the Pride Parade out there, and I was best friends with everybody out there. We went to lunch after the parade, and they was like, "Oh, do y'all know each other?" I said, "No, but we eating together." Hey, fam.
See? That's how you meet people. That's how you get
Yeah.
to know people. You
No
ain't go
one's
out like,
asking you got to be locked in for real, but I think that's the problem. We've lost the art of giving someone else a compliment. We lost the art of saying hello to people because people burn so many things. But it's putting expectations on something that does not need an expectation for it. And I think that's what we need to realize. Like sometimes when we meet people, we're expected to be friends with them. And in a lot of cases, we don't have to. We really don't. We can enjoy the present in that present moment and keep living our lives. And if we decide to create a friendship in this space, then we decide it together. The thing is, when it comes to friendships or relationships, one person's on one page and the other one person's on the other page, and there's no communication happening at all. So that's just
I,
one
li-
thing.
I like what you said about the expectations. That is probably one of the biggest words I heard today. Is putting expectations on people because you are who you are, and I love who you are, but don't expect me to be who you are. Don't put that expectation on me because I'm a different person. I'm
Right.
not I'm not going to do what you do. I'm not going to say what you say. I'm not going to put myself in your shoes because I can't. 'Cause-
Correct.
and I and that's a boundary for me.
I
Like,
just, but I'm learning that now. I'm about to be 40 this year, and I'm learning that now that it's probably best that I don't put an expectation on anything. I need to live for right now and not focus on what's going to happen tomorrow and
yeah.
that's yesterday. And I think that's where I'm at with it. I'm in a space where I'm okay. Let's not put expectations on people or things because they can all fail in their own way. But nothing against you personally, it's because
Right.
it did. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's where I'm at. Now that I'm getting older in the space, I'm not going to expect you to be a certain way. You are a person just like I am. We've had some similar experiences and we may have different experiences, but I think that's the important part of community. The important part of community is because we all bring a different skill, whatever that may be. We just need to enjoy it in that moment and not focus on what's going to be cultivated tomorrow.
Right.
Cultivate on your presence today,
Right.
right now, in this moment.
Mhm.
Say that.
Amen.
I told you I was listening. Okay?
Okay. And you were. So
I feel like even with relationships with the opposite sex, we have all these expectations to where we break our own hearts. Like just live through the experience. Let me
Yeah.
experience.
And I think that's what needs to happen. See, when life is like a roller coaster. We spend so much time trying to get to the end, but not enjoying the ride because our stomach is flipping or whatever the case may be. Literally, like we should probably enjoy the ride and the process of the journey, even with our own self. Enjoy the process. And sometimes we may be at a traffic light stopping together. Sometimes we may be going different directions, but at the end of the day, we enjoyed that moment in that space. Like I enjoy coming here every Sunday. And we may not talk throughout the week or whatever the case may be, but I enjoy our conversations. It feels like we've created a community in a space we needed to create it for.
right.
Genuinely.
Very
If I,
genuine.
if I
And
may,
on
real
purpose.
I'm saying, I think son misread what I was saying. I'm sorry, son. I was saying sometimes, I don't know how many people pray like that. God, if they ain't meant for me, whoever's not meant for me, go ahead and remove them. And I was saying, I was trying to text it, but it was too long. If once people start being removed, because I'm getting revelation right now while I'll be talking. I'm sitting here crying for a moment, and I realized that I
You
prayed. If
prayed for it. You prayed
why am
for
I
it.
doing that? Especially if I didn't do anything wrong.
Right. Well, I think you got to go back to the space people, the question, I think Diamond asked earlier, what do you think a friend is? And then or what do you think loyalty is? And that's when Mika was like, well, it depends on the person. Just like friendships, it all depends on what the person needs in that moment. You got two types of friends. You got a friend who says, oh, I'm walking the journey with you. And then you have another friend who says, no, you're in this journey because I need you in this journey. And when you get out of that space or that mental thinking, they're like, oh, I don't need you anymore. So I think we have to look at it that way. Like at one point of life, like, oh, you know what? You're at this place and I'm with you because we're trauma bonding. But when you start to walk with your trauma and you're not moping about your trauma anymore, then that one friend that was trauma bonding is like, why are you not here no more?
Right.
Not that I'm not here anymore. I now understand the experiences I've already developed. I've already filled in the cracks that was provided for me. I'm not getting rid of them. That's just how I see it.
I got some putty. I'm putting up them holes, filling
That's
in them
it.
holes.
And I think that's what I'm not forgetting about those cracks though, because those cracks actually made me build on top of a new foundation that I needed to build for me. So when we're born, we're given soil for us, but we don't learn to fold it until we're ready to receive it. You get what I'm saying? So now that we're folding that soil and pulling up those old roots, we're pulling them up. That does not mean that we forgot about the tree that was already planted.
I always go back to the tree because I look at it like it's like the stock market. Once you climb and you grow and you get there, you hit that ceiling, you reach a new floor.
You do. You do.
You reach a new floor. You got to climb that floor and reach that ceiling.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why I always tell people like, oh yeah, you reached this mountain, but there's another point to the beginning of a new mountain. And that new mountain may not be a bad mountain. It actually may be good. Like, okay, I practiced a little. My oxygen is not on the floor anymore. I now know how to control my breathing as I climb this next mountain. And that's the season I'm in right now. I'm learning how to control my breathing in this space, in this season I'm climbing in.
And it's okay because it's your journey.
Correct. Queen Siebel.
Hey, Queen. At the end of the day, it's your journey. It's your life. It's your path. It's you. And people either accept you or reject you. And that's okay too.
That's it. We have to stop taking everything so personal in a space as if it's our fault, and it's not. I cannot blame myself for someone else's movements. But those people also don't dictate my movements either.
Exactly.
Tell me what the fuck to do. Oh, listen, my husband, I'm disobedient to God. Why do you think you can tell me what to do? I be asking people, do you even know me?
Yeah. Yeah,
Do you even know me?
Because which one do you know?
no star.
Because at the end of the day, I got a lot of personalities, but it's pretty much still the same foundation.
You
It's
don't have
still
a lot of
Mm.
personalities. You're a Gemini. That's
You
all.
know, a lot of
yeah, but
personalities.
it's colorful. But one thing, I'm always gonna be the same person. Always gonna be the same person
It
with
is.
my relationships with people. Period. And you know
I'm
how
that
people be
girl. Being
like,
that girl will always be that girl. Period.
yeah, yeah, and negativity. Like I'm tired of the negative. Like that whole thing that when Mika came up with that in the world full of negativity, what do you do?
Choose
And
life.
that's been the motto, right? That's been in the spirit. That's the foundation, right?
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't have time for it. It's one thing
And
to
trust with
joke
the team.
around and play or whatever, but to constantly stay in that negative era and don't see good in other people or constantly doing something bringing people down. That's not my thing. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's not my
Right.
thing. I speak life and you know what I mean more abundantly. That's all,
But
and
that's
that's where I'm
but
at.
that's the thing.
I
That's
am. I crossed over
right.
in my soft girl era. I really
Okay.
am being real girly. Cause I tell people I'm that nigga and that bitch.
Look, where were you last week when we were talking about soft girl era? But
Oh, we were talking about that. It was a really good
So,
conversation.
yeah, somebody brought it up. That's why I was like, yeah, I am in my soft
Mhm.
girl era. I
Oh
was like,
no,
I
it was
do. I be
definitely.
like, I need you. I never tell nobody I need him.
No, I think the importance part of it is being transparent with ourselves. I think the transparency, living in that, allows us to be who we are unapologetically. Get my words correct. Don't judge me.
sound it
But
out, girl. Sound it out.
like it's the words that you don't practice enough, and then you like decide to say it because you want to have a big word for Elmo, and then you mess it up. Don't judge me, judge somebody else, okay? No, no. Honestly, I think I'm in a space of transparency, knowing what it is and calling what it is, mean what I say and say what I mean. Period, point blank. And whether you like me or not, if you're like, you know what, hey, you made me feel this way. I apologize. That wasn't my intention. But again, this comes with communication. I'm very blunt. As y'all know, I'm a big size, not the little one. So I'm very, I'm very, 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 very blunt in a space where I do consider feelings though. I have a huge heart, genuinely. And I want to see everybody win. I don't want to be the winner. I want us to win together because at a space, if we win it together, we can actually hold up a building together and not by ourselves. But here's the thing: you got look at people like we're in a boat. Some people are, pulling the weight, and some people are just sitting there. And like I said, that's how it goes in life. You got people who sit there, and you got people who say, you know what, I'm here to help you. And that's why we can't really put expectations because we don't know who's drilling the hole today. We just don't.
I met this evangelist. She had a message real quick. She talked about crabs in a barrel. We from Virginia, so we eat a lot of crabs. And when she ministered that message about crabs in a barrel, it made so much sense because if you ever went crabbing before, you know how they work and how they are. The difference between crabs and ants. That was her message. And baby, a crab person, a person that acts like a crab, and a daggone gatekeeper, move around, honey, move around, stay away from me.
Yeah, and that's why I always ask God for the discernment to understand what's in front of me because sometimes we don't know. Sometimes we can't tell the difference between one friend to the other. But when I ask God for the discernment to move, and I'm not just talking about friendships. I'm talking about romantic shit. I'm talking about job relationships. I'm talking about professionalism. I need the discernment to know what's in front of me to provide me the wisdom to make my choices the best way I know how and the will that He's provided for me.
Amen.
Mhm.
um, yes. So, any other closing remarks, J2, everything's ready before I do this outro? Any questions somebody want to ask before, we wrap things up? Just to let you know, I do have my grandson and, it's,
Yeah, I mean, it should be a series.
it's time for, his attention for me to get my,
Friendship,
I have
friendship
no
series.
closing words. Just no matter what, always be the big you and not the little you.
and
Always
and Jay, I
mind your
love
business and ladies keep sitting pretty.
Okay, okay. Jay, I love your smile throughout the live. You seem happy today. Not that you're happy every day, but today something's glowing about you. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna find out later.
She said she was, enjoying the arts. When she in that space, she said, "I'm living big, not little."
Okay, Big
Hmm.
Rig. Hashtag Big Rig.
She said, "Big J, not the little one."
Getting cute and stuff. Getting cute.
I think I'm gonna start using that hashtag Big Diamond, not Little Diamond.
I'm telling you, that's what I
Hmm.
tell
Big
people.
Diamond.
I'm big fat, not the little. I'm big T, not
Yeah.
the little one.
I use big every time I go in the clothing store. I'm gonna say small.
I'm gonna
I'm
say
going petite. I'm tired of big parts. I just, my closing is, I enjoyed you ladies. It was nice meeting you, everything. As always, good to see you, Harris. Appreciate you, Diamond. Should be a series now.
Oh, it's every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern
No, the
Standard Time.
friend part. The friend part.
Oh, hey, we can talk about it. We can have a part two. That's
I think
it.
my closing
Only if you
remarks
led
is,
to. Only if you led to.
Yes,
Only if you led to.
that's right.
um,
Oh, I forgot about that.
my closing remarks is, and I always tell people this: smile anyway. The journey is gonna journey, no matter what we go through, no matter what the days bring. I learned to smile through the storm that I'm sitting in the middle of. God has already given me the umbrella to protect me from the rain, so I'm not worried about it. That's it. That's all.
Wrap up today's episode. Here's the truth: your peace is too precious to waste on people who don't genuinely care about you. Everybody isn't your friend, and that's not loss. It's clarity. Keep your circle small, your boundaries strong, and your heart open to real, nurturing connections. And don't forget to check in with yourself. Not just about friends, not just the friends you have, but the friends you are. So thanks for tuning in to 31 Voices. If this episode resonated with you, share it out with some friends who need to hear it. Um, it'll be downloaded on YouTube at 31 Voices Podcast. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. This episode will be edited and put on there, and if you can share it with your friends who haven't heard it and want to be here, um, and I'll be here again next Sunday, God willing. Just because they hang with you doesn't mean that they're for you. So thanks for tuning in.
I love you guys. I